Hey guys, lovely to see you. I hope that you've had a chance to take a look at the other videos in this series, 5 questions that you must ask yourself, that you must ask and answer if you want to overcome stuttering and become an excellent speaker. So let's quickly walk through these questions. Number 1, do I believe it's possible to overcome stuttering and become an excellent speaker? Do I believe it's even possible? And we talked about the 3 categories of people. And so I want you to go back and watch that video. Someone just disbelieves, no, it's not possible. Someone who's doubting, but yeah, it's possible. And then someone who believes, they trust, they have faith that yes, I can do this. Yes, it's possible. And then the next important question is, am I willing to accept 100% responsibility for my life and for my speech? Are there some things that I have control over that I can do to transform my speech and my life, right? So that's the next question. And the third one is, am I willing to set realistic expectations? So sometimes as people get into this process, they set unrealistic expectations. They expect this to be cured. They expect it to be wiped out. They expect it to happen quickly. They expect it to be easy. And so they get discouraged and they start bouncing around. They start pulling back and they give up and they drop out. But then there are those people who get in and understand that I need to set realistic expectations. And we talk about what those are in that particular video and how that also can be the difference between someone sticking with this process long enough, which often isn't a very long time as you compare it with how long you've been struggling in your entire life. It's not long at all. It's a drop in the bucket. But set those realistic expectations. So go back and watch that video. And then we talk about, am I willing to use a systematic approach? Or do I just want to use tactics and tricks and techniques because it's easier, it's faster, it's like a Band-Aid, it makes me feel better for a little while, and I'll come back and I'll get some more? Or do I want to really get in here and take care of this thing and take my speech to the next level and not really have to worry about this? So that's that question. And now we're going to get to the final question. Okay, and this question is this: am I willing to get out and use what I learn in real life situations and under pressure so I can improve? All right, let's ask that again. Am I willing to get out and use what I learn in real life situations and under pressure? Why? So I can improve. Am I willing to do that? And what does that mean? What that means is that some people are willing to watch the videos, listen to audio, do the practices, do the breathing, whatever it is, do the affirmation, visualization, but they're not willing to actually get out and put into practice what they've learned. And if they don't do that, they're probably never going to achieve the success that they're looking for. Now, an example is you're learning a new language, and I know that I'm constantly working on my Spanish, and so I make myself go out almost every weekend and expose myself to and in a Spanish-speaking environment, force myself to actually speak Spanish almost on a weekly basis. And because of that, I'm feeling a little more comfortable. I'm feeling a little more confident. My Spanish is getting a little better, right? Fluency is going up. But there are times where I suck. I was just telling a client today, a couple of weeks ago, I went to the barbershop. I just sucked. I couldn't say half the stuff I wanted to say. I had a mask on, there's noise, he's behind me. And I just couldn't get out what I wanted to say. I didn't beat myself up about it because I know I'm not speaking Spanish every day, right? It's just not something I'm doing. So what did I do? I think the next day I had an opportunity to speak to someone in Spanish, and I did well, right? So you understand, you set realistic expectations, but you also understand that I need to get out there and immerse myself and expose myself and put myself in situations, which means you're going to fail. You're going to experience some failure along the way. It's an absolute necessary part of the process, okay? So when you get out there, right, one of the things that you're going to need to do is to put yourself out there and try to use what you're learning. You're going to have to try to use what you're learning. And this is important because if you avoid real life speaking situations, then you never develop the confidence that you need that helps you build the momentum so that you get out there more and you have more practice opportunities and you desensitize yourself. You never develop the confidence to do that, so you never really improve, right? There's one thing being able to do this by yourself or just in a very, very small group. It's another thing being able to get out and talk to people you don't know, talk to people in authority, get on the phone, say this, introduce yourself, right? You got to expose yourself to that. So let's talk about this word trust. Remember, we talked about this in one of the first couple of videos. In order for you to trust yourself or have confidence in yourself, confidence in your ability to speak well, something has to happen. And that something is you have to be tested. There has to be tests. And what will happen is, as you test yourself, initially, you may, and some people don't, you may find that you fail or you get a low grade, right? Sometimes you may absolutely fail. Sometimes the grades just may be lower than what you want. So you troubleshoot it. You analyze, okay, what did I do well? What can I do better? It's like a bump in the road. It's a dip. What did I do well? What can I do better? And let me just get back out there and expose myself, continue to do my practices, continue to watch the videos, listen to the audio, do the practices, the visualization, the verbalization, all those things, and get back out there and put myself in a real life speaking situation because I need to keep testing myself. And what you're going to find, now watch this, is as you do that, you're going to slowly but consistently increase your test scores, and you're going to keep going up. And as you increase your test scores, what you're going to find happens is you're going to start to feel more confident. You're going to build confidence. Why? Because you now are building trust in your ability to say what you want, when you want, the way you want. Right? You're out there and you say, hey, you know what? I went out there and I messed up that time, but I came back at it and I spoke a little better. I felt a little more calmer, felt a little more confident. I spoke a little smoother. And I went out the next time and I got a little better. Oh, but this time I messed up, but okay, I'll get back out there again. And you keep doing that. And what you find is, hey, because I'm willing to get out there, I'm actually beginning to trust myself or have more self-confidence, which absolutely cannot happen, absolutely will not happen unless you put yourself to the test. You have to test yourself. You test yourself to approve yourself, to say, hey, I'm able to do this through your experiences, which necessitates, and it's absolutely necessary, that you experience some failure along the way. So you do the inputs. Remember, you focus on the inputs. What are the steps? What are the actions? What are the behaviors? What are the things I need to think? What are the things I need to watch? What are the things I need to listen to? What are the things I need to hear, right? To hear, to watch, to listen to talk about? What are the things that I need to do? What are the things I need to think, right? So there's things I need to watch. There's things I need to listen to. There's things I need to talk about. There's things I need to think about. There's things that I need to do. Those are all the inputs, right? Of course, you can smell and you can taste, but we'll leave those out for now. So these are our inputs. These are ways we get information and that we experience things. If I focus on doing those things, then what's going to happen is the results will take care of themselves. What are the results? I feel confident. I speak smoothly. I speak clearly. I can say what I want, when I want, the way that I want. Does this make sense? So, am I willing to get out and use what I learn or not? Because if I'm not willing, then I'm not going to transform my speech, or maybe only a little bit. Got to be willing to do it, real life situations. And then I need to be willing to increase the pressure, higher and higher pressure speaking situations. Pro 90D gives you an opportunity to do that because we have a community that meets every single day now, right? And we even have one that meets during a time where our friends down in Australia and New Zealand can meet, right? We just added that. So you have a built-in community, a built-in opportunity where you can practice under pressure with many people that you don't know from all around the world, different accents, and so forth. There's also Toastmasters out there. There's your friends, there's your family, there's your coworkers, there's your classmates. You have all kinds of opportunities. There's the telephone, right? There's a drive-through. So you have opportunities. And as COVID passes and we're able to get out more, you're going to have more opportunities. So you're going to need to create and take advantage of, or take advantage of and create opportunities to use what you're learning in real life and put yourself under pressure. So the more pressure you put yourself under, the more confident you have. It builds your confidence exponentially. So yes, you start out with no pressure. Usually when you're by yourself, you start out low pressure. Usually when you're around people, or you're creating some videos or something, then you put yourself under more pressure. If you do this, if you remember this question and you ask yourself, am I willing to get out and use what I learn in real life situations on a regular basis and do this under pressure? Am I willing to do this so that I can improve? And if the answer is yes, then you're going to be successful, right? So what we want to do is just give you an opportunity. You don't have to keep struggling with your speech and be limited in terms of what you do in your career and your life, your social situation. You can say what you want with ease and confidence. You can learn to do that. And one of the ways that you can do that is just visit Pro90D. Visit pro90d.com, pro90d.com, in case you're not watching the video. And there you're going to find our self-study and community. And we want to invite you to get started with that. Just remember, the longer you wait, the harder it gets, because the more it becomes a part of your identity. Not because you can't physically do it, not because your brain is not able to do it. It doesn't matter your age. What happens is it becomes a part of your identity and you just don't want to do it. You don't feel like doing it, right? So if you have the opportunity, you want to get started working on this now. You want to go through all of these questions, ask and answer them, be honest with yourself, and get started, because when you transform your speech, you're not only improving your own quality of life, right? You're not only helping and transforming your own life, but you're also giving yourself that opportunity to transform the lives of others, to serve others, because there are people who need to hear what you have to say. There are people's lives who only you can touch. There are things that you are called to do that probably require your ability to communicate, and to communicate well. When you communicate well, you position yourself to earn more. You position yourself to be happier, to have better relationships, and to serve at a higher level, to serve other people, to change lives. There are even people out there who literally may die because they didn't hear what you had to say. This is just true. There are people who are going to commit suicide. They're going to get into stuff. They're going to go off in the wrong direction because they didn't hear from you. You weren't there to encourage them because of your speech. This is true. So think about the fact that, yes, I can improve the quality of my own life, live a happier life, I can impact more people, and I can go out, I can earn more money, and I can go out and help change the lives of others when I transform my own speech. Ask those questions, answer them, take this first step, get into Pro90D, start with the self-study, then discover whether or not you need the coaching. If you need the coaching, you can step into that later. Some of you already know, hey, I need the coaching, and so you might want to step into that immediately. My name is Michael Williams. Thank you so much for watching this series, and would love to hear your comments about what we've talked about today. I look forward to seeing you inside of Pro90D very soon and watching you transform your life and the lives of others.